If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Hi, welcome back to... Luckily, he wasn't... he was too quick and it didn't appear. Welcome back to Castle Ravenloft Week 19, Part 2. Yeah, so they found the magic weapon. And I think Cameron's taking it. What does it do, Cameron?
So... it is a fire staff. So, actually, surely Ark should be telling Nehruin what it does, and like, hey, by the way, I've got this thing for you. Sort of roleplay moment.
Well, I don't have access to the description anymore because it's been taken out of my inventory.
So it does a D6 bludgeoning or a D8. I use. If it's two-handed. So now
it is a D8 magic
it's
damage.
a magical staff that does also D8 magical damage, and it has 10 charges. If you expand a charge after you hit somebody, you regain the amount of hit points you damaged them for. The staff bleeds, which from its hilt, which causes you to make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
12.
DC 12 Wisdom save, or you go temporary mad. You have to roll on the temporary madness chart.
Beasts don't like it.
And beasts are uncomfortable within 30 feet of it. And if he breaks it over his knee, it lets out a shriek, and every twig blight that's within 300 feet, they can hear the scream dots instantly. So I think we should use it as a weapon of mass destruction.
I've just added the short-term. I've just added the short-term madness table to my hotbar.
Yeah.
Some of them are really good. I've been making the players in my Rime of the Frostmaiden game. They have to roll on it if they fail certain saves. It's pretty cool.
Right. So, in the morning, you are awoken by the sounds of crows crowing away.
Our friends.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna get up. Sorry.
I want to go to the crows.
Is it one of our crow friends? No.
I'm gonna get up, tuck my journal back into my bag, and I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk out the front door.
Could I? Sorry.
Well, when you get up and sort of head out, head out of the room, you can see there's people in the kitchen area.
Oh, well, that's
Hello?
Hey, good morning.
Oh.
What do they look like? They look like people.
One of them looks like this.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that's the wrong button. That one. He looks
stud.
Can you
kind of old.
Druidy?
He's got a teapot. Pretty menacing.
He just likes tea.
And he says, welcome friends. Thank you for dealing with our problem.
Yeah, you're very
Notice
welcome.
you didn't help.
Alright, Saki.
I take it you are the Martinovs who own this a very well established vineyard.
Yes, I'm Davian.
Davian.
Davian?
Davian,
Yep.
yeah.
Davian.
And this is my wife. Whatever her name is, I don't know.
My wife called my wife.
What a terrible husband.
It's Daniela.
Look, she's about as important to him as the gardener was to Cameron.
And the maid.
Is there a picture of the wife? Is she hot?
Could I have sounded more middle class when I said I didn't know what his name was?
Well, we don't have a fucking
Gardener.
I don't even have a garden.
Ooh.
Wish
I
that
have a balcony.
We've got a balcony. We've got a street.
Yeah. In a parking lot.
I've got an alleyway.
No,
Does that count as a garden?
Does it mention he has a wife? I don't think he's got a wife. I don't know.
Why did you make up that he had a wife then?
Doesn't matter. He has a wife. Her name is Daniela Mardukov.
He says, "This is my daughter Stephanie, my son-in-law Drag, and their baby daughter."
Oh, excellent. Sorry, I'm Sir Garrett at your service.
How many fucking kids has he got?
Enough. He's like Walder Frey.
He's a humping machine.
Yeah, they call him the Machine.
I told you he's a stud. I could tell.
I mean,
his wife's from Spain. She calls him the Machine.
Yeah, like he's got that like hunchback thing, but like you can tell like back in the day, like this dude was like,
because you can't. He's got a hunchback because you can't drive a spike with a tap hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glutes
That's from
coconuts.
straight humping all the time, getting that.
Yeah, he has glutes the size of coconuts that when he flexes can crack fucking walnuts.
He's like Ilio Gracie.
I'll keep these bitches off me.
Meanwhile, I just want to make a every sperm is sacred gag, but sure.
No, it's not when you have that many kids.
Don't make me choke.
Oh.
Come on, you're gonna walk into that one, Jesse. All right. Yeah, I'll introduce. Yeah, I'm Sir Garrett. Hey, you have a lovely family. It's. Might I have a word with you, quickly about the wine?
Certainly. Here will do.
All right,
Fucking
listen up.
Here
we go. So listen up. The first 3 vats of wine were poisoned, but
Damn it!
I use some magic, a little light from Ao, and the Allfather, and I've purified.
Who?
Ao, the Allfather. I've purified the.
Who's that young man?
Ao, let's go.
You don't know who Ao, the Allfather is?
Do not forget, Barovia does not. Barovia is different to the rest of the Sword Coast. They do not know that the Drow.
What's the Sword Coast?
Who's my wife?
You raise my.
It's your rabbit hole. You can go down it.
You put my point very clearly, sir.
So yeah, Ao is the Allfather. He's the father of all gods and divine power. Not a lot of people favor him, but I choose to serve him. There's a quiet comfort that I find in serving a deity that created all other deities. There's a respect. There's a respect of power that he has that over the other deities that deities are evil and there are deities that are good, and Ao is father to them all. So much like a lot of situations I find myself in, I deal with a variety of different people, different personalities in my life, and I find that the teachings of Ao they're how do I say this? I sound like an idiot. They guide me to make the right decisions. So I've used a little bit of his power, and I've purified the 3 vats. But you're gonna have to be wary of anything that's in the basement because I didn't get to check that yet.
Blaine.
Yes.
Can you give me a perception check, please?
Uh-oh.
Just Blaine.
Okay. Perception. I'm putting it in the dice tower.
Love
Okay.
the music in this game.
So, you notice. So, one of the younger members of this family, of the Danikov family, she's probably in her mid to late teens, you reckon? Maybe she's just coming of age. Well, because it's a medieval game, she probably came of age years ago. But in modern standards, she's probably close to 18. or nearly an adult herself. But the thing you notice about her, which makes you go, I've seen that before. She has she probably is single. Yeah, she doesn't get out much.
Do you dance at the blue?
See you at the 6 foot grinder. Oh my god!
Ladies
Let the man speak. Let the man speak, you weirdos.
I mean, she's got dark hair, either dark brown or jet black hair, but her tips on her hair are dyed blue.
She's the Raven.
Shout
Straight
that
up.
Shout that
You.
She hosts. She hosts a show.
I love the blue tips at the ends of your hair.
Oh my god, who's the hairdresser?
They're very mesmerizing. How did you get that to happen, huh? That happened.
She says with hair dye.
Is the hair dye better?
All right,
that
dye.
But your hair is black. How does the color show? Huh?
Well, you bleach them and then you dip the tips in the blue ink.
Bleach them? How do you bleach? How do you bleach in these times?
Carefully.
It's not the pandemic.
Yeah, it's not all been taken.
No, that was toilet paper.
Hamster cough.
She's like, she says, well, I'll try, and then Davinin, is it again?
Davian.
His name's
Davian.
Davian's like, I tell her not to dye her hair, but she ignores me anyway. And there's about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them in this room.
But does she respond to me whispering, "Is she the Raven? Are you the Raven?"
Do you host a CBBC children's show?
I love that program.
I think she blushes and doesn't say anything.
Oh, so she was on BBC children's program.
Eve suddenly explodes in blue dye.
I like how
it just explodes.
I like how it's Eve when Nehru was the one who made the joke.
I freaking wiped the blood and shit out of my eyes. I'm like, I really, really, really liked her.
I guess there goes our fighter.
She just died. Straight up, just died.
Died.
Hey! Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't die. James loves me. Come on.
What is her name again? Hang on. Let me get her name for you.
Raven Girl. There you go.
No, she's got a name.
Blue Raven Girl.
It's RG now.
No, you trying to name that fucking dog in the first adventure.
Bartholomew.
Yes.
Like, I love him. I'm coming back for him.
Bartholomew.
Like
he's in the windmill.
Yeah, I'll go back for him at some point.
Did he
run? The dog is in the windmill?
Her name is Muriel.
Muriel? I like Raven Girl more.
Owners in the windmill, or possibly in several people's stomachs by this point.
It's like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Anyway, Dav, I'm just calling him Dav because that's easier. He's like, we were keeping track of you, but we were trying to keep track of you because we knew you was on your way, and but you travelled during the night, and my ravens could not see you.
Yeah.
It is you that has the ravens.
To me.
He says the Matikov family has an affinity with the ravens. Yes.
Okay. Matikov, like the family that owns the Blue Water Inn in Valekia.
He rolls his eyes and shakes his head.
I take it you are not on good terms with him?
No, I take it they're the same people.
Ah.
Am I correct?
It could also be one and the same.
He says he is my son. Yes, we don't talk.
Well, I've got some I got some okay news and some maybe some not so okay news. Okay news is we're here to secure a wagon load of wine to take back to Valaki. The bad news is it's going to your son's tavern.
He says so. He goes. He says it isn't. He says my son is. He says he's complete. How would he say? It is a family scuffle. As in, he wants to do it one way and I want to do it another. It is a disagreement between the family.
Okay, so that's not going to get involved in this deal then.
I'm happy to provide him. I am happy to provide him the wine for his tavern
Establishment.
There is a problem though.
What is the problem?
The druids that were here have stolen something.
Of course.
What did they steal?
They have.
One of you?
I don't know if you noticed much, but the sun doesn't shine very well in Barovia.
I have noticed because I have been able to work alongside my fellow compatriots.
He says that is good. He says that is good. Are you affiliated by the sun or something?
My most modern ancestry makes me susceptible to the power of the sun.
He says many years ago, when just after Strahd, what do you call him, Strahd? Yeah, after or the devil or the Strahd, because he's not under the fucking thingy.
Okay.
He says the druids of the land provided the vineyard with 3 magical seeds.
Druids.
Magical seeds that did not require sun to grow.
That is yes, they were planted in the earth and they allowed the other plants around it to grow without the sun.
Okay, so what?
We once had 3.
And now you have.
And in my lifetime, we've had 2. One was missing. One went missing centuries ago. And in my lifetime, the other 2 have disappeared.
When was, and I take it that the last one to disappear was recent.
The druids, we believe the druids have taken the seed.
Forgive me for not understanding the plight of your people, but if this seed was planted, surely the trees, your vineyard would have, the trees in the vineyard would have the same effect.
Sorry? I don't understand what you mean.
In other words, I'm saying because you planted the seed, it should have grown a tree or something which would have resulted in
the seed. The seed doesn't grow; it just gives the ground the ability to provide, like it had sunlight.
I see. Where would they take such an item?
They would take it to their compound on Easter Hill.
Compound on Easter Hill.
Easter Hill compound. That's the one that we passed up. That was next to the. That was south, next to the lake, or next to the body of water.
I need to put up.
Now I'll grab the Barovian map. I'm gonna look at it.
But yes, okay. So let's review.
He says Yeaster Hill's actually southeast from here.
Southeast.
And these druids are loyal to Strahd, I presume.
He says they're not loyal to anyone but themselves. They are not. He says they are definitely not agents of Strahd.
So maybe allies.
They are definitely not allies.
No. If they are taking the seeds, then the wine fails, and if the wine fails, Valeki is one step closer to falling. We do not want Valeki to fall. How well connected are you with Valeki itself? Are you familiar with what goes on within its walls?
Well enough, yes.
We had 2 people interested in us bringing wine back to Valeki. One was your son, Martin, who has promised us free lodging in return. The other was a lady Vakta. And I was wondering if perhaps you knew anything about her.
He says, I don't know much. All I know is that she has... He says, my son would probably be the best person to speak about this. But from the information I can gather, she definitely has...
Ulterior motives.
Yeah,
How would you?
She wants to hold public office.
Well, not that. She wants to grab for power.
Yeah, at least influence. Yeah. That's why she wants everybody to know that she bankrolled this operation.
Yes. Oh yes. We are in need of horses to take the wagons.
We only have 2 horses in the stable. Did you bring any horses with you? Well, actually, no. He goes, and there's 4 dead horses in the courtyard.
Yes.
Those are the horses we brought with us.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute myself.
Is it possible for us to use the 2 draft horses?
You'd have to bring them back.
Can we work? Yeah.
Well, we can.
I have a horse I could use. That's not a problem.
We also might have another reason for returning soon.
So
coming this way.
So are we gonna go down and murder them? Is that what we're gonna do?
No, we're not gonna go murder them, Ark.
We're not going to go murder the druids if we can help it.
Okay.
But if we can get the seed back, and if they have the others as well, the seeds, then that would be a far better way of dealing with things.
Just ask them to get really close together. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. But when they are, we're all good.
So, James, this hill on the map that is south and a little bit west of the red dotted line leads to, that runs past the vineyard. Is that is that the place we need to go to?
That's the place he's pointing to. Yeah. If you pull out the map, he points out where Yeaster Hill is.
All right. Yeah, it shouldn't be more than. I mean, we could probably head down there right now, see if we can recover the seed, and then come back. We should be back by tonight.
He says, I can aid you in a way.
Okay, how so?
I can aid you with the ravens.
I like the ravens.
You gotta be shitting me. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. How would you aid us with the ravens? Scouting ahead? What?
Well, they can scout ahead. And they can definitely distract your enemies.
Okay. Yeah. What do you mean,
We
like
just
distract as we ride to them, or distract when the fight starts?
When the fight starts, they can perform some form of distraction.
Okay.
That's horrible. They're gonna get in the
horrible?
way of my fireball. That's all I gotta say.
True.
I like the fact you think that you're going to go up there and they're all going to be just clumped together on one hill, right?
I hope they are. I hope to catch them in the middle.
That's the plan, James.
I can hope. I can dream. I have a dream. It is to murder.
But he does say it might be worth you going back to Valeki with the wine, getting the wine to the people that need it, because otherwise things may kick off, and then come back and then drop the draft horse, bring the draft horse back, and
at that point, Ark slams his fist on a counter and says, "Sir, we may deliver the wine, but we will be gone as long as we need, because there's another venture which we said we were going to do at least a week ago. And now we have completed this task, and you will wait on your horses until we are done." I storm out.
Yeah, Ark, you gotta. So, listen, sir. Everyone here is kind of high strung. It was a pretty intense fight last night. He didn't get a lot of rest. He just would. Of course, we'll
let me first pay you some money for what you did last night. And he gets up and he gets up and he heads into the bedroom, and you can hear from the bedroom, "Where's the money gone?"
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
That's true. It was
Yeah. Yeah, where did the money go?
Back to them then. We thought you were dead.
Yes, I will.
So he comes out with a golden locket and 5 small gemstones. He says, "We did have our life savings in there. Obviously, I assume the druids took it."
Are we not giving back the money then?
But I've got this small amount of I've only got a gold locket and five gemstones that I can offer you as a reward, I'm afraid.
I pull him to the side, and I'm like, I put my arm around him. I'm like, "Listen, sir. Some of my compatriots got a little ahead of themselves last night after the fight. We had just assumed that it's a mistake on our part. We assumed that the vineyard was abandoned. We didn't realize you were watching the place with ravens and would come back as soon as we thought. We didn't know what happened. So we did actually take your life savings. We still have it."
Yeah, I'll give my life savings back. I'm a cleric. I have to.
I will also hand back the money because
Here's my gold
I am.
pieces. Your life savings.
Ark?
That's so bad.
Mark is
James.
outside, getting in the wagon.
Ark?
Oh, do you want to come in here for a sec?
The wagon's not even set up yet.
Well, there's one that's already loaded. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm just like, what? Do we give that money back?
I think we all.
Well, you technically you don't know. You weren't there for the conversation.
Exactly.
So you're okay. You're okay.
I'm technically still in the basement. If you really want to
So
get
that's what it's called now.
Yeah.
So he, how much do you give back? Who's giving money back? How much are you giving back?
I will
how
give
much did we
back.
take?
Took 620 something. Hold on, I got it written down.
Yeah, there was 50 gold
600
crowns.
And 620 silver pieces.
Did we divvy that up amongst each other?
Yes,
I
we
don't
did.
even think I added it.
You
It got added
it-
automatically.
Yeah, it will be.
automatically.
Yeah, it got added automatically by James. They're in.
Money.
He says, keep it for your payment for what you did for the vinery last night.
Happily. Thank you.
Seems like a fair trade, sir.
Keep your pocket watch and rubies.
Yeah, gemstones. Keep the gemstones.
Yes,
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
those.
yeah.
You never know when you might need to.
I mean, we saved this stock of wine. It's no longer
Yes.
poisoned.
Didn't somebody need a gemstone for a spell?
Unless they're diamonds, they are not what we are after.
What was one of them?
So, Davian, sir, how much wine are you going to give us?
He says, well, with what you managed to save, we can definitely spare 20 barrels.
That's a lot. That's 40 gallons a barrel.
Yeah, and he says, and he says, well, you saved the this year's crop, which is also 20 barrels of wine, but it's not ready yet.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we should.
And he says without the magic of the seed, it will probably take longer to get ready, and there won't be any more wine after these barrels are done.
Okay, so we're gonna take the wine back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna take the wine back, and we're gonna come back here. You should see us about 2 or 3 days, maybe a little bit more.
He says, don't travel at night.
Yeah, we got that.
He says the last thing the crows saw that you had a pack of werewolves on your tail.
Pack of werewolves.
Yes.
All right. Is there a safe place to stay halfway between here and here in Vallaki? Otherwise, we're gonna end up traveling at night.
Let me check.
Unless we can't, because it's too late in the day now to even make it there in one day. So we should probably just head down to East Mound or East Hill and deal with the druids and be back here and break early next morning.
Is there anything safe around here?
So now are we going south?
Probably. I'll pose it to the troop. Does that sound smart? Since we can't make it to Vallaki right now because it's too late in the day.
He says there's Jenny's hut, which is more or less halfway between.
That sounds legit.
She's
What does Jenny do at the hut?
She sells.
No.
He says
By the seashore.
she's a green hag.
She's a hag. It's not very nice, James.
I'm
sure she's lovely.
A green hag. She's basically a witch.
A witch.
We
Sounds
passed by We passed by her place on the way here.
Was that a GM slip, James? Are you not supposed to tell us she's a green hag?
It might have been a GM slip.
Because I kill green hags.
I don't like
So
hags.
we're gonna call him a witch. We've heard it was a witch.
So he says witch. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't feel comfortable to me.
He says you can also potentially stay at a crossroad. He says there's no buildings or anything, but setting up a decent campfire and having a watch throughout the night, you should be more or less fine. He says unfortunately there's no real safe.
Yeah. So what I think we should do is, I'll post to the group. I think we should head south, and deal with this pack of druids first, and then come back here by nightfall, and sleep here, and then we leave at dawn tomorrow for Vallaki, and just make it all in one day.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Sounds like a plan.
It's about 13 miles.
What's up, Ark?
Ark's downstairs, so he can't say anything.
Oh, he can't say anything. Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah. So, where's Arius?
Is he your edgy? Is he your edgy friend?
He's got.
I think he's running in the orchards naked for some reason.
Oh, that's mad.
That's cool. Yeah, we call him.
That's so true.
We call him Dances with Wolves. All right, so we'll
dances with Edge.
We'll get a hold of him. We'll get him back from the edge. All right.
It's cold and flu meds stick onto his head.
He's running through the orchard. All hails a misty. Streets of blue.
He's actually got naked pretending he is a wolf.
Just
howling.
Right. Okay. So I assume you're going to head off to Yester's Hill, yes?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to take a break because it's nearly the hour and I need to quickly read. So bear with me.
Comfort yourself.
I will be back. We'll be back in maybe 10 minutes.